I think there's two things going on here. One is obviously people are coming to us because they want Times journalism. They believe in the New York Times. They believe in the quality journalism that we've long stood for more than 150 years. At the same time, we're also reimagining the news experience for a phone. What that means is making the articles much more scannable, so you can easily check in, check out, get what you need to know, get up to speed really quickly. We're also making it much more visual. People are accustomed on their phones to having much more visual pop. And we're also trying to be much more sensitive to time of day. I often tell people that phones have essentially become extensions of your identity. You have them all the time. You have your photos on them. You have all aspects of your life on them, calendars, things that you're looking for. And so NYT Now tries to acknowledge that, tries to take that into consideration. We're surfacing things for you in the morning that help you get prepared for the day. We're going to be surfacing for you, for example, a special read at lunchtime. We're going to be surfacing for you a special briefing during the evening. Same thing, late at night, we're going to be surfacing for you a long read. And it's also, it's connected to the time on your native iPhone clock. So at 12:30 in New York, you're going to get at the top of your app a nice lunchtime read. It's 9:30 in LA. At that time, you're going to get at the top of your app the morning briefing, which you need to know to prepare for the day. We're spending a lot of time on presentation. What we're doing is we're examining how people want to access news on their phones. They want it to be, as I said, very scannable. They don't want to be able to check in and check out. So on the most compelling, the most important stories of the day, we're surfacing for you with bullets the most prominent points of those stories. You can just read the bullets and quickly get up to speed, or if you want, you can tap into the story and read the entire orthodox, great New York Times content. The most important point here is that this is all curated for you by Times editors. It's not a computer, it's not an algorithm, it's all done for you by Times editors. Times editors around the clock, 365 days a year, are choosing the best stories from the Times for you and are choosing the best stories from other sources for you. The regular New York Times app has everything that the Times puts out on a daily basis. That might be anywhere from 200 to 300 articles a day, articles, videos, interactives, things like that. NYT Now is a smaller collection of stories. It might be 30, 40, 50 Times articles a day. So it's the most important stories. It's not organized into sections like on what we refer to as the core app. It's one continuous stream of great content. In addition, there's a second stream of content, that's the curated stream of content. That's editors from the New York Times picking for you the best stories from other publications, explaining to you briefly why these articles are important, and directing you to them.
You've watched journalism from the print to the digital to desktop to mobile, tablets. What is the future of journalism on mobile? I mean, I don't know what you're seeing with the Times and sort of where you see things going.
That's a really good question. I think anyone who tells you they know the answer is probably lying. It's very hard to know. What I do know is no matter the platform, people are always going to want great Times journalism. And our challenge is to adapt that great Times journalism for these platforms that we can't even imagine. That's what we've done with NYT Now, and I'm pretty confident when the next platform comes along, we'll be doing the same thing.